the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass.
Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie Podcast. I'm Charlie Perry, and I have two brand new friends here from Cabo Verdeans Organization, or ORG. This is a great organization. I definitely just been reading up on them. Actually, I got some information thrown at me by a couple of friends. Actually, someone on your board also, which was Heather. And she spoke to me through Facebook. Eddie has talked to me. Vinny has also got in touch with me. So here we are. We are going to have a fabulous podcast, and I'm so glad I'm here with two beautiful women.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
Yes.
Thank you. And
hopefully Eddie will be able to join us soon.
Yes. I wish. He'll figure out. He is a college graduate, so I know he'll be all right.
That is true.
So, but let me see. We'll have some questions, and I'm gonna definitely talk to you guys about it. But I'll wait until Eddie comes on, so that way we can have a little bit more. Meanwhile, would you like to give us a little bio, what's going on about the organization and yourself? Jenny, if you want to go first, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can. I'll go first since I'm the oldest of the group. The oldest sister.
Yes.
Yes. My name is Jeannie Lamba, and was born in Brava, Cabo Verde. Immigrated to the U.S. when I was the age of 14, from the island of Brava. My mom had left Cabo Verde when my sister and I was 3, my sister was 2. And again, we met her again at the age of 14 and 12. So my sister and I found Cabo Verdeans United about 22 years ago. So we've been at it for a long time. A lot of people haven't heard about us because we're sort of like quiet, but we work hard to give back to our country. And I'll let Tila introduce herself.
Yeah, I'm Tila Cote-Adams, and of course, same story as my sister. You heard that part, and have been part of CVU since the beginning. It is an inspiring and worthwhile thing that we feel we do. And like she said, a lot of people haven't heard about us because we're Cape Verdeans. We like to do it the hard way. Mm-hmm. We don't like to ask. That's another. We don't like to ask for help, which is really bad when you're trying to raise money, and you don't like to ask because you know how hard people work. And so sometimes we want to do it. We've done festivals where we raise most of our money over the years. And obviously we have long-term supporters that have provided cash and sometimes just a lending hand at those events. And so that's what we've been doing. And I wouldn't change much except we need to raise more money.
Fundraising is important, right?
Yeah, that's just forming the organization, being a 501c, correct?
Yeah, 501c3. Yeah.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, both physically and mentally, because you have to write things up and you have to do it right. Mm-hmm. And I definitely been there, done that, and but I want to first applaud you because 22 years, that's a lot of stamina, that's a lot of energy, that's a lot of dedication, and to do that so long, even if it was just you two.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. And then as you get people coming on and leaving, and then you have to replace them, you do all that stuff. But you two are the mainstay, you know. And yeah, I might have not known of you, but I know of you now, and I know of you now this year on a repeated fashion. So whoever's doing your marketing, your social media, whoever's doing that, I mean, I'm seeing it constantly, boom, 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 all over the place. And you know, it's a well,
Yeah.
I wanna add someone to the stage because this guy isn't as good looking as his brother, but we're gonna put him on the screen. Here we go.
Oh, there he is.
There
Hey,
he
Good
how
is.
are you?
looking, Eddie.
What's up, Charlie?
What's up, Eddie? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Thanks for having us on.
I wish you had waited a little while. We needed 2 more minutes to talk about you. We were
Oh,
having a ball. Just 2 more minutes. That's all we needed,
Yeah.
man.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So
but
Charlie, you mentioned that you this year you've heard a lot about us,
mhm,
and reason being that this year we completed one of our initial mission. So we started a project, what we called
Project Sandbox.
yeah.
Sandbox.
Project Sandbox. I should know this. Project Sandbox, which we set our goal to build at least one playground in each island of Cape Verde. So, Cape Verde being, 10 different islands, well, 9 inhabited islands, you have to repeat every time you go to different islands. So there was a
mhm,
lot of learning. We started with our first playground in 2006 in the island of Brava. Second, and then we moved on. So 2022, we completed at least one playground in each island of Cape Verde, with
very nice.
Brava having 2 playgrounds, being the
Very
first
nice.
one in 2006, and then 2020 we built a second one. So it was really a celebratory year for us. And this is when we really sort of like brought in some new members like Eddie, and just expanded the organization, hoping to bring it forward and including more people to help us really make a bigger impact.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's very
Yeah.
nice. We have our first comment, so I'm gonna show it before I go to Eddie in 1 second here. It's a very nice guy, Rico.
Hi, Rico.
Ricardo.
Hi,
Ricardo,
Rico.
Korea.
Yes. He says, "Hi, Charlie. This is Rico Korea, Walter and Stephanie Korea's son."
Yep.
No, Rico, you're unforgettable. I would never forget you. I still have your book on my shelf.
Aw.
He said, I would like our company to assist the organization. Please have them send info to Rico at Greenlight. What's that? GreenlightBizSolutions.com. And he
Wow.
has the number. So just to let you guys know, that will stay in the comment section. Rico, you're amazing, man. I really appreciate you. And you know what? Just like his dad and his mom, he's just a special person doing great things. And but hit him up because he's good.
Okay.
Okay. We will
Ricardo
definitely
Korea.
do.
Ricardo Korea and I went to college together up at UMass, and his father used to be our antenna guy in
Oh
the
my
Bay
God.
Village.
That's
He
awesome.
put up all the antennas in the Bay Village.
Oh,
That is
very
so
nice.
funny. Eddie, are you guys cousin?
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
DNA cousins.
That's it.
Charlie's wife and I are cousins.
See that?
Yeah, wow.
Ancestry is just amazing.
Right.
Mhm.
I've seen so many people there. I've seen so many friends of mine that are relatives. I've seen 1 or 2 girlfriends that are now her cousins. But
What's gonna happen?
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's see. Rico says thank you, and he says we sure did. So amazing things.
Yeah, we'll
Eddie,
definitely reach out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
In fact, Charlie's grandmother used to live next door to my mother.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned
Yes.
that.
Yes, she was good. She never told on me.
Nope. Clara was a good lady.
Yeah.
You a good boy, huh?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know her and my grandmother are good friends, so she must have told something. But they kept it a secret. That lockdown secrecy. Um, let's see. Let me see. We have another comment. I like to pay attention to the comments because they're addressing them to you guys.
Oh, nice.
Charlie, anything I could do to help, let me know. It says a Facebook user, but we will definitely get in touch with them. Once I sign on Facebook, I'll see some of the names here.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to go to our our Cabo Verdeans United page.
Yes.
That's a good way to reach us.
And I'm going to put that on the screen right now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get Eddie's bio. And
Yes.
Eddie, if you can, because you're new to this,
Okay.
and explain how, a little bio about you and the how you feel and the honor or privilege of being associated with this group.
Okay. As a bio, a lot of people don't know this, but I was born in Bravo.
Nice.
And I came to the United States in 1956. My sister and I traveled with two unknown people that were dressed in black. And to this day, we still don't know who they were. They accompanied us
That's the story.
on the boat from Cape Verde to Lisbon and on the plane from Lisbon to Boston. But I grew up in New Bedford, ended up on Purchase Street when I first arrived. And then in 1959, we moved to the Bay Village. So I became one of the Bay Village rats, just like
Yes.
all of our buddies.
I actually got my shirt on.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there was just so much pride that everybody that lived in Bay Village had, and how they looked out for one another. So it's just part of the Cape Verdean culture to reach out and help one another in their time of need, or just in general to look out for one another.
So true.
I went to school in New Bedford, graduated from New Bedford High School, ended up at UMass Amherst. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I never moved back after I graduated from college.
Mm-hmm.
So I've actually lived in Connecticut now longer than I lived in Massachusetts.
Wow.
But
if you moved down south, you might have met a Baptist preacher's daughter, and that's usually what happens, man. Sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, living out here for a long time, it seemed like I was isolated from my culture, from my Cape Verdean culture. And it wasn't really until, my connection was always by visiting New Bedford, which I do on a fairly regular basis. And I did it probably more often when my mom was alive. She passed in 2012. But since I've connected with folks through Ancestry, I just make it a point to reach out and find Cape Verdeans wherever they are. And lo and behold, just about everybody I talk to is a DNA match to me. And it's a running joke with our organization now, because every time we talk about somebody, it's like, yeah, that person's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was in my daughter's bakery this morning, and a woman came up from Norwich, Connecticut. And she was referred to by another DNA cousin of mine down in Norwich, Angie Santos Gardner. And lo and behold, after she gave me her name and her parents' names, I looked her up, and her sister's a DNA match to me as well. So my connection, it gets broader and broader the more research I do on Ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my connection back to CVU, we were invited to attend a session down in Norwich last year. It was the Cape Verdean Festival over Memorial Day weekend. And my daughters had a booth, a pastry booth, and it just happened to be right alongside the CVU booth.
Very nice.
So it was a great opportunity for me to meet the people I had heard about and envied in terms of what they had been working on and all they've accomplished in terms of building playgrounds in Cape Verde. And I was a little upset at first because they had just finished, or they were in the process of finishing, the last playground on the last island.
Very nice.
But lo and behold, an opportunity came up for us to rejuvenate Project Sandbox, and we're well on our way to build 3 more playgrounds.
Now, how would you say sandbox in Creole?
I don't know. Jeannie probably has that one.
That's a good one. Books,
Doesn't translate very clearly.
In Cabo Verde, there's no such thing, but yeah.
Sand is everywhere, so it's like,
that's what we have, is sand and dirt.
yeah, pretty much.
Imagine putting it in a box and expecting to play in it, right? We all like just roll our eyes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick funny story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I heard words growing up, and so I'm in my grandmother's house, and I'm messing around with some ice cream, doing different things, and so I'm putting everything in it, all kinds of stuff in it. So my grandmother says, "Hey, you make a porchaca, right?"
Yeah.
So I said, "All right." So now I'm like going around the Bay Village and say, I made porchaca, I'm thinking it's like Jag or Kachupa or something, I found out later on, and I'm like, yeah, it was a mess. It was a big mess.
Hey, Charlie, you know what's funny? That's one of the few words that my daughters know. And like if I walk in the bakery and, there's flour on the floor or something because somebody just made a mess, I said this, well, what the fuzzy on porchac? And they know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's a guy that's in there that's not Cape Verdean, but now he's picked up on the term.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
it's a great word.
Yeah.
We've all heard it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm gonna leave this question open to anyone. And
how and why was the organization started? So I'll start, and I'm sure Teal will have a lot to add to it. But so like I said, Carly, we immigrated.
I don't know why. It shouldn't be mine because
my kitties are not here, so they can't be making that noise.
Let me see. Easiest way to find out. Let's do this.
Teal disappeared.
Sorry about that. I don't know what I did.
I don't know. I still hear it. Wait 1 second. Yeah, it's Tilia's. No, it isn't. I still hear it. Hello? It might be Eddie's. Might be. Yeah, I think it's Eddie's. Yep. So we'll do what we can, and sometimes it's just a weak wire or something.
It's happening as you speak.
It is.
Yeah. Jeannie, say something.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, it is. All right. Let's try to do something here. All right, you guys can talk, and I'm going to try to fix this out. I'm going to get off screen and then come back on, all right? But just explain, how and why the organization was started.
Can't hear you. You're muted.
Jeannie, explain how and why the organization was started.
I think I'm muted.
No, you're good now.
Oh, I'm good now? Oh, okay. Oh, it's still crunching, but in any case, so immigrating from Cape Verde when we were the age of 14 and 12, we had grown up in Cape Verde with having very little. We were grateful for everything we had. However, we had very little. And we went back to Cape Verde after many, many, many years. And it was in one of those trips that we went, and we were looking around and seeing that the kids were doing the same thing that we did 20 years before. Just still playing with pretty much nothing, just trying to invent play. I remember my sister and I, going and taking my grandfather's rope and finding a tree and trying to make a swing out of that. And of course, our trees were very weak, and we would swing off the tree and coming home with scratches and bumps and then getting a little spanking for having hurt ourselves. Um, so we also, during the many years that we Teal, do you remember how many years before we went back? It was it was 19, we went back in 1983. We had left in 79, but back in 82, and then we
Yeah,
went
and
back
then we
again
went back in
in 97,
99.
99. So that was like 20 years later, and the kids still have nothing to play. So we also wanted to do something. We always wanted to do something for the children. So we came back, and now, I had two children, and, pregnant with my third, and Teal was pregnant with her first. And we said, what, this is about time we do something. We have been so blessed for having had the opportunity to leave Cape Verde. I mean, it's sad in a way for having had to leave Cape Verde, but sort of blessed to come back to this country where there were opportunities. We went to school, we had gotten our degrees, we had, good jobs and a wonderful family. So we said, no, it's about time we did something. And at this time we're like, what will we do?
Hello, everyone.
It is still going, Charlie, a little bit. Yeah. So we decided that, what we'll do, we'll focus on children, and we'll focus on trying to get play in education, since we, seeing our children and seeing how they learn through play and education, through play, we felt that would be something that would have been very beneficial. And of course, talking to many Cape Verdeans, we got this little like side look, play, you want to do playground, children need clothing, they need food, they need, they need school supplies, they need all that. Why would you want to build playgrounds? But we insisted, and Tia, maybe you can add
Eddie,
more.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, you guys can hear me okay. So that's how we came up with building playgrounds. Sheila, you can probably
Yeah,
add a little more.
sort of in line with what you're saying. I think that I recall the conversation basically being around the value of play.
Hello, can
and
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
we
you.
can hear you. Can you not hear us? Oh, you can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear
You're
you.
good? I don't know if you can hear us.
It is still crunching a little bit.
Crackling.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So, and this is one thing I remember as a young child playing. It depended on what you were playing. It was not organized. We were super creative kids because we had to make up our own. So there's value in sometimes not having, because then you become very creative. But this idea that play is not important, and we see that sometimes where kids are penalized for playing. It's not encouraged. But we knew that playing is where you make friends, you negotiate, right? You play fair, you understand, waiting and patience. And it was something that we thought we could do. I mean, it was, we didn't know what it would look like, but we knew we wanted to do that and tie it in with also doing things that, getting kits and things like that, in addition to the playground, school supplies, hygienes, or and toys, and some clothing in the beginning to add to the playground. But we knew that that's what we wanted to do. But I gotta be honest, we didn't know where to start, you know, 501c3, what is that? I mean, there are a lot of things we didn't know. We just knew we had passion. We wanted to do something. And I
Yeah.
like to, I know that my family, we grew up with grandparents and aunts, and we come from family of giving. That giving from our family came easy. Doing for others came easy. We grew
Yeah.
up seeing that. So that was a value that we grew up with that I think Jai and I carry to this day. We get joy in seeing other people happy and giving. We can find more joy in giving than receiving a lot of times.
Yeah, that's
Where,
true.
we
That's
think
true.
about what we're doing for somebody else than what we're getting. So, and this was just a great opportunity. And we knew we were going to start it. We didn't know how. And we just knew we had to go and find out and learn how, and learn the steps that we needed to accomplish. But it wasn't easy. We didn't know what we're doing a lot of time.
Yeah,
So,
it was a scary time because we wanted to, but we didn't know how. And it was finding people that could help us answer those questions.
and I want
And
to
yeah,
I'm sorry. I want
go
to add
ahead.
one thing about our name. The thing that we wanted most is it not to be about our island, that it had to be about Cape Verde. It had to be about all
Yeah,
Cape Verdean children and not just children from our specific island. We made that and that's why we came up with the name Cabo Verdeans United, because we always knew that to do it, we also needed to connect with other islands and other people. Um, that shared our passion, but it wasn't just about our unique place of where we came from. So I'm sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, Jay, you can go. But I just
No,
wanted
no, it's great. I mean, yeah, we started with Bravo, but yes, it was important that it would be the whole entire Cape Verde because what we saw was people doing things, but it's almost like we were dividing. I mean, many organizations were just dividing the different islands. They would do things for their own island, and we felt that it was all children, all Cape Verdean children deserve to play, and hence our name, which we love to this day, right? Yeah.
and how we
So
did it was a lot of support. How we
yeah,
did it was actually having friends. We've had a lot of people that have come and gone, but they helped us get to different points of success. So I just want to also recognize that we found it, but we were not alone in this journey, this 20-year
yeah,
journey.
yeah. And then once we found our 501c3, we established that we knew that we wanted to be official. We knew that if somebody's going to make a donation to us, we wanted to be a true organization, not just you know
This is
yeah, through
something.
501c3. And once we did that, then it was like, no, we need to fundraise for it, right? So initially, we started by, doing dinner dances, and that's something that we had seen other people do, so we had our first dinner dance. Was it 2001 or 2002, Keela? I think it was
Yeah, very
in
early. I mean,
Providence,
yeah.
Roger Williams Park Museum. Um, and we organized our first dinner dance, and we had a bunch of musicians, very talented musicians. It was such a beautiful evening, and many people came and supported. And we did that for a little while, and then it was becoming very, very complicated and very cumbersome to raise money that way because we would have it would be like the Saturday before the dance, and we would have 20 people coming. We needed 150 people in order to meet the requirements for the venue. So 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 we did that, but it was very stressful, and then it was just not making, it was not worth all the effort that we were putting into the fundraising. So we did that until, I think 2006 or 2007 might have been the last year that we did that. And then we decided that we would do fundraising a different way, where we would sell at the Cape Festival event. So we would sell food at the Providence Festival. We've done onset for many, many, many years, and we were able to raise at least $10,000 per year. And that's how we raise the money. Most of maybe 90% of all our funds was raised that
Was
way.
selling cachupa.
Imagine
Cachupa, pastel, arroz galinha.
yes. So so we would sell cachupa and we'll sell rice and beans, we'll sell chicken, sold enough to be able to do a playground every couple of years. So 2006 we did Brava. In 2008 we sent a playground to Folk, right, Tila?
Yeah.
And then we really during that period we really were being put to a test, right? Where it was very difficult to make connection with the mayors, and we were very new. People were not getting back to us. So it took several years, 2012, and that playground for St. Cloud was sent in 2006. And it was not until 2012 when we had to go to St. Cloud and actually amazingly found all the parts of the playground in this like abandoned warehouse, and we're able to put it together. And I think it was after 2012 that we really solidified the organization. I think before then we were really trying to figure out, do we give this up? This may not be worth it. We're not going to be able to have partnership in Cape Verde to be able to actually be productive. And so 2012, we're able to get the playground in St. Cloud. And then 2014, we went back for San Vicente and Saint Anton. And so we then decided to do 2 playgrounds each time because it was very expensive. The members just made barely enough money just to raise enough to purchase the playground and ship it. So the members had to pay their own way. And so we decided we'll do 2 playgrounds. We'll go for 2 weeks and do 2 playgrounds. So we did 2014, we did San Vicente and Saint Anton. And then we came back in 2014. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had well, here I am almost 10 years later. So I'm lucky. Had to put on, the organization on a pause for a little while, right? And we regrouped in 2018, right, Tila? Maybe we can talk about, you went to 2018, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was San Vicente.
No, that was prior and May in 2018.
Am I okay? Well, I'm very good, not very good with calendar like that, so I might not get it right. So we've been doing it, and the routine, because of the way we were fundraising, it would take us 2 years to cycle or to raise enough money. Because again, we're doing it all by labor, like by hands-on work, and not asking for donations. So it took us 2 years. Plus, we were also, during this time, we were raising our kids. So my son was an infant, and he's 23 now and almost out of college. So there was a lot of years of us focusing on our full-time careers and raising our kids and doing this. So it was about every 2 years until like this year, this 12-month cycle, it'll be three times we're going to build playgrounds. So we've really we're going to have the Eddie jump in a little bit to talk about what he's done to kind of propel us with the fundraising and really changing with this last trip, we decided that we're doing CVU 2.0, and we want to do bigger and better things, but the passion still with that playground is real. And I think Eddie has done some amazing marketing and fundraising strategies to kind of get us to where we are, where we're going to Folk in May for 2 weeks. We're doing 3 playgrounds.
That's unheard of.
After building 4 already. 2 already this year. So,
Eddie, I don't know if you have 1 or 2 devices on.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Do you want me to log out and log back in?
If you have 1 or 2 devices, if you have 2 devices on, that could be some of the feedback, or if it's a wiring, that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're opening ourselves up a little bit more to have people with different skill set come on to really help us, because we need that, and that's where Heather and Nelson, which is not here, and Eddie kind of joined us more recently, and it's just been amazing because everybody has really strong skill set that align, and also the passion behind it. They all want to be a part of this, and it's been incredible to have. We're lucky to have such strong team and people who just have passion about Cabo Verde and want to do something. So, and we're always
passionate about giving back.
Correct. Yeah. And,
yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah. And I was the president of CVU for the last 20 some years. So this past year, once we completed Project Sandbox, I decided to we have this wonderful member, Stephanie, who has been there with us from the beginning. I think she met us at she was supposed to be in on this, but she's working, so I don't know if she's going to be able to join us. But Stephanie had been there from day one. Stephanie Ramos is her name. And so she's taken on the leadership and the role of president this year, and trying to guide us to, to do something, a little bit different. And like Tila says, having Eddie, who is a master fundraiser, and Heather Burns. She's a brand new member since we returned from Boa Vista. And then also adding Nelson. Nelson grew up in Cabo Verde and has really great understanding of how Cabo Verde, how logistics work in Cabo Verde, how the government works. So he's able to easily connect us with people in Cabo Verde and be able to really help us.
Plus, he has he's mastered the language too, which we speak Creole, but it's our Creole. He writes, and he will be able to help us communicate at a level that we need to really connect with leadership in Cabo Verde.
Yeah,
and hopefully, do more bigger things that we're planning on. So
I also want to let you know that anytime you want to come on the podcast, you just let me know. And we'll set up something, even if it's something that's last minute, whatever. You might be at an event, you may be at a meeting, anything. Just let me know, just text me or send me an email, and then we can set up something, because actually all we need is somebody to have a phone, and I can send a link, and then we can connect. In any way,
I haven't thought about that, and I don't know. I've shared it before. I didn't go over too well, but we should do a live from Cabo Verde while we're there.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah,
that would be awesome. Nice. I know the time zone difference may impact that, but I think it would be exciting to show, while we're
it would be so nice, and like I said, there's no reason why we can't connect now, because we know we know each other. You have my phone, my emails, whatever. Just say, hey, Charlie, you got a second today, or you got 30 minutes? Let's do something from Cabo Verde. Okay. And then I'll send you a link, and then we'll get connected, and we'll go from there. I'm on a new platform called Fireside, which is it's worldwide now. So, that's another avenue that I have. And and all we need is 2 phones, mine and yours, and we can go from there.
We'll do that.
We will take you up on it.
Absolutely. No problem.
You guys still getting the feedback when I went off?
Yeah, it seems like it's just static, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I changed wires.
I think it went off though when Eddie.
Once I mute Eddie.
Off, was it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, once I mute you, it's clear.
Yeah.
And now when I unmute you, I hear it again.
Eddie, do you have a phone with you that's, interacting with your computer or something?
If you have a
I
phone,
don't
I could
know.
send it right
I
to your
have
phone.
Apple Watch. I don't know if that was doing anything.
Technology.
Yeah,
I'm still my watch
It's
off.
all good.
yeah, it is. It is. Just getting the message out, and
It's still doing it on my end.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna.
We're gonna have to have a show just for Eddie so he
Hmm.
can explain himself.
I can. You know, it's and the one thing about it is work. I think most of us are on Facebook, so we could do it right on Facebook Live and just invite everybody.
Yeah.
But the one thing I like about this podcast is that we're on YouTube, we're on StreamYard, we're on LinkedIn, so it's all there.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah, the one thing that I would like to add is
yeah.
the thing that we're learning is we have to do a better job of marketing our organization.
Hmm.
And that's why we really appreciate the fact that you're having today to tell everybody a little bit about our organization. But we've also have been reaching out to like the presidents of the Cape Verdean organizations in the various cities in Connecticut, like Waterbury, Bridgeport, and Norwich. And we're finding that everybody is trying to do something to benefit the folks of Cape Verde. And we're all kind of working on our own island. And if we share what our agenda is and what we're trying to accomplish, we'll find that the load becomes a lot lighter because everybody, to a certain extent, is trying to do the same thing, and everybody has their own resources. So if we work with the folks in Waterbury and folks in Bridgeport and Norwich, and also reach out to the folks in New Bedford, Brockton, Providence, Pawtucket, um, the load becomes very, very light. We've actually run into somebody that was talking about building a playground in Brava in the near future. So that's somebody that we would like to collaborate with. And again, it's just a matter of messaging. Personally, I never used Facebook until I got involved with this project, simply because I knew I had to try and reach folks that I knew.
Now you
And
have
the
more friends
project,
than we do, right?
yeah, the project that we recently are involved with is called Pull-Ups for Playgrounds. And I committed to doing 1,000 pull-ups um, to get attention, trying to get people to look at this old guy, 70 years old, committing to doing 1,000 pull-ups. And if everybody commits to 3 cents a pull-up, that would be $30 a person as a donation. And if we could reach 1,000 people, we would raise the $30,000 that we set out to raise. So far, we've done a great job in like a 45-day period. We're pretty close to our target, but we're still not there. So hopefully people are watching that either haven't heard about us or have heard, but haven't gotten around to making a donation yet. In fact, I just put a message out on Facebook. If the people that have already donated donate another $10 each, we would be very close to making our goal. And because it's not only the cost of the playgrounds, it's the cost of shipping the playgrounds to Cape Verde. That's pretty expensive. And I don't know if Jeannie or Tila mentioned it, but we raise the money for the playgrounds, but we also provide the manpower to go and build these playgrounds. And every volunteer that goes is paying their own expenses. So whatever monies are being donated aren't covering our airfare, our hotel, or food expenses. We pay for that ourselves. So we really do appreciate every single dollar that everybody donates and can donate. And this is like our immediate project. Continue to do this for years on out. So we'll be back. We'll be at the Onset Festival selling T-shirts or selling food to raise money for the next set of playgrounds.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely be there.
Please donate,
We could
everybody.
Yeah,
take
for
a.
sure. And you know, thanks to Eddie, I mean, he is incredible, because like Tila said, it would take us 2 years in order to do what Eddie has done in 45 days.
Yeah.
It's a 2-year period, so he's changed the game for CVU, and we're so grateful. And Stephanie's on. Hi,
Hi,
Stephanie,
Stephanie.
our president.
Hey,
Hi. Sorry,
hi, Stephanie.
I'm so late, Charlie. How are you?
Stephanie, you mind signing off? We wasn't finished talking about you, so if you could sign off for.
Oh, that's all right. I can take it.
Yes,
All
you
right.
can.
Hi, everybody.
Nice to meet you.
You as well, Charlie. Thanks for having
Anytime. We
me.
got.
I know I'm coming on the tail end, but I'm just happy to have a few minutes with
Stephanie,
Charlie,
how'd
do
you
you know
get
who
involved
Stephanie
with
is?
CBU?
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Charlie. I know you know my family. You know
Stephen Fort's his
Donna
first
and
cousin.
Lori Forts and Kala and Vicky and
Yes.
those are my first cousins.
Awesome. You got a great family tree.
Yes, yes.
I am so.
Second home for us, so
That's good.
Yeah.
It's amazing how I'm finding out a lot of history about New Bedford and Cape Verdeans, and I just wish there was more shared on a constant basis when I was growing up, you know. But hey, I'm proud of my heritage, and I want to continue to do what I can for Cape Verde. But I'm going to start with you guys. I'm going to start with CBU and try to share and do all I can to try to raise some money for you and help you out.
Thank you.
And someone finally hired me, you know, so I'm going to be working full time next week. My pension isn't good enough, you know. I asked Eddie for money, he won't send it, you know. So I'm gonna go work in an elementary school in my neighborhood, and I can't wait.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Can't wait.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very good.
So I'll send some money. Do you guys still take green stamps?
Green
No,
stamps, you
no,
gotta be on
no.
the credit card.
I got a whole
That's
box full. I thought I was rich, you know.
Remember that? Oh my God, that's funny.
No.
Yeah.
All joking aside, I am so happy that you guys are here, and you know, I don't know how much we can continue. Probably about 10 minutes worth, you know.
Yeah.
Or if you want to stay on, that's up to you. You know.
Yeah.
So Eddie, do you want to answer how can people help out?
Or in Stephanie or
Well, we have a GoFundMe page that we've been advertising via our Facebook pages and our friends. We also have a mailing address, and Gina, you'll have to provide that.
yeah. It's
Mailing
yeah.
address. If anybody, you know, a lot of our older folks don't like to use electronic funds transfer, so mailing checks or just seeing one of us in person. I've been to the ULOA church and made an announcement. There will be another announcement made on April 16th by my niece, Lindsay Carter Montero.
I like her. She's pretty good.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
She's a
be
good
in church
person.
with a basket.
Yeah. And they can go to our website. On our website, they can reach our GoFundMe page. There's a link there from the website. Or they can make a gift right through the website through a credit card, through PayPal. So we have many different ways to donate, and it is 100% tax deductible because we are 501c3. So any donation that is made will receive a tax deduction per IRS rules. So, yeah.
Can I add one more? Another area is skill.
Sure.
We would love to have people to the team that have maybe graphic design skills, social media influencers. If you are, you want to share what we're doing, and just skill sets that we need to add to the team. I think
Grant
graphic design
writing.
is for doing marketing. Marketing experience. All of that helps because just getting the word out. Now it takes a lot more to get word out. You can't just be a Facebook. I can't just put a picture up. I need to do a video. You need to make it fun and interesting to catch people's attention. So, and none of us here. I work for Rhode Island School of Design, but I'm not an artist. So a little help in that area, like making merchandise. We will need people to help us do some graphics work. So if you have that talent and you want to support us in that way, go to our website and look for our email, which Cabo Verdeans, Jay, is it Cabo Verdeans United?
Yeah, I email that.com. Yeah.
Yes. And just send us a message and just share your different talents you have that you think can support.
Absolutely.
If you can, just make a help wanted, like just a little graphic, and try to share it,
That's a good idea.
What it could be like, CBU, help wanted, graphic designers, and then basically just share it with everybody.
Great idea.
All right. That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna try.
And yet, like, I think Tila might have mentioned it, like grant writing. That's another area that there are a lot of opportunities, but it's a special skill.
Yes,
in order to be able to do that. So if somebody can help there, that would be really, really helpful. Otherwise, just send cash and we will put it to building smiles for the children of Cabo Verde.
Or visit us at onset or our next event and buy some cachupa. Jai makes the best cachupa.
Yes.
Nice.
So our cachupa at the onset festival is the bomb. I'm sorry, competition, but
It is true.
no competition.
I promise to be there.
Yeah.
A few years back, we used to do the cachupa cook-off, and we used
Cachupa
to
Fest. Have you gone to that one?
Which one?
Cachupa Fest.
No.
That was started by one of our members, Nelson, and Jet Sal group. And I think they really need to continue with that. Such a great idea.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely you can definitely with us. Cape Verdeans, you can get money. If you're feeding people, you're gonna get some money. So
It's true. That's how we built 10 playgrounds, right?
Right.
yeah.
Right, Stephanie? Yeah.
That's true.
If any one of you could please, reach out to Rico. He's a solid dude, as Eddie knows, and I think he can definitely help you out with a lot of things that you're looking for, just by talking to him.
All
So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
did
not
we
like you had
capture
to.
his
Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, I got
I was gonna
his.
say,
I
did
think
you
I
capture
got
his telephone
his
number?
greenlightbizsolutions.com. Rico at greenlightbizsolution. I think that was his contact.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
can follow up with it.
you got to capture him because he's like a trailblazer. You can never lock him down. He's all over the place. So
Yeah.
get a hold of him now, and
Is that from Greenlight Studio?
say that again.
Is that affiliated with Light Studio?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna put the comment on the screen.
Okay.
It's called Greenlight Biz Solutions, Stephanie. That's his email.
Oh, okay.
And we also would like to give a shout out to another wonderful supporter. His name is Don Lopes. He gave us a wonderful challenge. We're almost at our goal of 30,000, but not quite there. So Don gave us a $2,500 challenge.
Wow. Nice.
So we've been working on that, trying to if we make $2,500, you will match it 100%.
Yes.
So anybody that gives at this time to Eddie's GoFundMe will help us get to that $2,500 unlock that challenge from
Yeah.
Don Works. And that'd
Yeah.
be great if people can go on there and donate. If you go to my Facebook page or Cabo Verdeans United, you'd see the link
Mm.
you will need. Oh, there's repost. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What I'll do is once a week I'll share that GoFundMe page on my podcast page, and I'll actually create something on my own to bring some more people to you, and we'll go from there.
Oh, that is wonderful. We really appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie.
And I told Charlie at the beginning, I don't know if we are on, but Charlie needs to come to Cape Verde and really experience Cape Verde by giving back.
Yeah,
And once you do that, it changes your life.
it does.
It
Totally.
changes your life. And the people are so wonderful. The country is beautiful and it's safe. And just to work with children, seeing a child like lighting up because you gave them a kit that has notebooks and pens
Yeah.
and pencil.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's like the kid that here in the US got an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's how they react to that. And the parents will come and thank us and tell us that a child has been holding her little stuffed animal for the last 3 days and she wouldn't put it down because it's her very first stuffed animal and she feels so grateful. So,
Yeah.
I want to thank our supporters that donate those, make those donations, and we are able then to take it to the children. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Dad, you want to talk about the collections also? So it's not just
Yeah.
that.
You want to tell them, or Stephanie, you want to tell them about the collection?
Well,
So the kits, the
Yeah, go-
kits, the hygiene.
go ahead, Jean.
Yeah. So from the beginning, we decided that okay, we'll do the playground, but we also will add a school supply. So we do a kit that has everything that a child would need for the year for school: notebooks, pencils, erasers, rulers, pencil sharpener, just basic things, crayons. So in a Ziploc bag, we would put all those items and we would go to the school and give to the children. Another thing that is really needed is hygiene, supply like toothbrushes, toothpaste, ointment for antibiotic ointment, Band-Aid. Am I missing anything on that kit? Just, a bar of soap, a little towel, washcloth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A comb maybe, and maybe shampoo and conditioner, but just basic stuff. So that's another kit that we put together and we bring for the children. Another very loved item that we bring is stuffed animals, and they're not new. They're gently used. We ask people make sure it's not dirty or ripped or anything, but gently used toys. And we collect stuffed animals. We collect action figures,
yeah.
dolls, Matchbox cards, Lego, and we try to keep it to a very limited things that we collect, and the children just love those things. And
Soccer
yeah,
in here.
yeah, go ahead and tell them about that.
Yeah. So I mean, we, if clubs out there are changing uniform or schools are changing their uniform, contact us. We collect them all. We go by color. It doesn't matter what it says.
Right.
And the kids and soccer balls, the cleats, the socks, all of that. Cape Verdean people love soccer, and they start very young, and they're barefoot most of the times when they're playing, and they don't mind. It's fine for them, but it would be nicer if they had soccer shoes or whatever, cleats is that what you call them?
Yeah, right.
So that's another item that is very, very sought out by kids in schools and athletic groups. So if there are people out there, and this is the thing, connecting people who have stuff that they're getting rid of with people like us who can take that and make a difference to a kid in Cape Verde you know, it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it
Yeah.
is.
True.
It's
True.
basic things, such basic things
Yeah.
for us mean so much
Yeah.
Yeah.
to. So
Yeah. And this year, this first time, we partner with a group in New Bedford who collected feminine hygiene product for the girls of Cape Verde. And that's something that we take for granted here.
mhm.
But not every child has access. Most kids there won't have access to a feminine hygiene product. So
Feminine protection. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's something that we are also going to continue to collect and bring for the girls and women of Cape Verde. So
Mm.
many
Nice.
opportunities to help.
Yes, absolutely.
Heather has been instrumental in reaching out to different organizations. Like she collected some running shoes, backpacks, dry fit shirts. You know, it's just there are people out there with things. It's just connecting the have with the
Do you remember the name of that website? One World
one word
Running?
running. Yeah,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
word running. We got 150 brand new dry fit shirts. We got running shoes. We got backpacks, like 3 cases of backpacks.
Brand new one.
So brand new, all brand new.
Right. Right.
From a call she made, you know, but we know there are people out there, if you have stuff and it's discontinued or you are not able to use it, you bought too many for an event, reach out to us. We will
Absolutely.
take them.
Very nice. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I definitely have things that I have to get rid of in my storage unit. Up here in my studio where, if I showed you, you see a lot of stuff up here. But so
Drills, tools. If you have an extra drill,
Yeah.
you have to bring. Even that we have to bring with us. So
Yeah.
we have to buy in and ship it with our, so things like that. You have an extra drill you're not using.
Yeah, but it has to be the
Okay.
Dr. John, it has to be specific one because we don't have a place to plug it in. There has to be
Power,
cordless one.
Battery
Yeah.
operated.
Yes.
Battery
That's true.
operated.
Thank
yes.
you for clarifying.
Yeah.
that's all right. Well, I really appreciate you good people, you beautiful people, and everything that you're doing. It's amazing, and I want to do this again. So as you're doing events, just send me an email, and we'll definitely hook up and go on, live again. And if it's just if it's all of you, that's perfect. If it's some of you, that's even good too. So I would definitely, I want to open this up to you because of what you're doing and dedication that you're showing to Cabo Verde is real important. And just keep up the good work.
Yes.
All right.
And
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank
please
you.
watch us, this spring as we go to Fogue and build 3 playgrounds
Yes.
in 3
So,
different locations for the children there. So
Oh, you're gonna get tired of me. You're gonna say, "Oh, Charlie's
oh no,
still
we'll
on my
never get
page
tired
again."
of you. Never. But thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
steal your pictures. I'm gonna do all kinds of things. So if you take a bad picture and you post it, all you can do is say, "Really, Charlie?"
Yeah, really, Charlie.
We don't have those.
Really, Charlie.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Thank you for this opportunity. It's
Yes.
wonderful.
And I'm sorry I joined in so late, but I'm happy I had these few minutes to
Madam
listen.
President.
Yeah.
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 It's
But,
all right. We got your back, stuff. People, everybody on this podcast was speaking good for you. She's gonna be late. She's busy.
oh,
Yes.
She had to go grab a cheeseburger somewhere. Stopping at Starbucks, and she'll be right here. So, but
Good.
no, we're definitely
yeah.
we'll do this again. I'm gonna share everything I can. I hope you're giving me permission to cut and paste things on your website, and
Absolutely.
I'll definitely be doing my
Yeah.
end. and I'm gonna send $30, but all I have is pennies. Do you take that?
Eddie will come and get it.
I don't have to roll. I don't have to
Give 'em
roll
to
the
my
pennies.
sister.
Right.
Thank you.
We'll take pennies. We'll take pennies.
Give
It's
'em,
money.
pick 'em up.
All
Yeah.
right. I love you
Right.
guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, Charlie.
Hey,
Really
love you too,
appreciate
man.
it.
All right.
Good
Take
night,
care.
everyone.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Thanks for watching.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's be a
Bye,
good
guys.
couple.
Thank you.
I have to
Bye.
figure out how to
Bye.
get out now.
Just close the
All right.
computer.
I can remove you. It's all right.
Okay,
There we
bye.
go. Awesome. I'm gonna definitely end with my favorite song. That's an awesome group and dedicated people doing the right thing by the country of Cabo Verde. And you just don't have. I mean, we have them. We have people. We have volunteers, and but they've been doing it for a long, long time, and they're making kids smile, very much so. With everything that they're offering, from the parks to the cleats to the soccer balls to anything. If you don't have something and you're given something, you just appreciate it. You really appreciate it, And but I'm gonna continue to support them as much as I can. And here's the address again. They were founded in 2001, Cabo Verdeans United, created by Wix.com. The number is 1-860-266-6953, P.O. Box 862, South Windsor, Connecticut 06074. All right. Well, I always end my podcast with my favorite song. And just remember, we're going to be on Spotify, in a few minutes once I upload it to Spotify, and we're going to do our thing, All right, let's see here. All right, everyone. I will be back live on the Really Charlie podcast next week. May have 2 shows coming to you, and feel free, you got time, you don't want to listen to me on the radio, join us on WNB1 Radio. Put WNB1 Radio on your devices, Apple or Android, and you can also join the site. We got our website, WNB1radio.com, and there's other shows. There's the Wind Down Podcast. There's Frankie Ryman, DJ Mags. There's Stevie Lopes, Derek Consatio, Berto Carter, Margarita Graham, Janine Hunt. It just goes on and on. Geo, it's just amazing. We're doing many, many things there at the station. But I am on Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, playing you some R&B music. So feel free to give me a call or just add me to your devices. I'm going to play all your old songs, from Earth, Wind, and Fire to Usher to many of the hits right now, that we're playing now. I switch it up. I filter it all out, and I play new school, old school, even old school. I'm just doing what I can. You have the request, I'm going to play it. All right, everyone. Well, I got one more comment. Let me see here. Thank you. And you're welcome, I appreciate you. Appreciate you for listening. And this is great. All right. My favorite song is coming up. And I will talk to you guys this week. God bless.
It's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass.